Mr. Gigaba was asked a question where he went to the 207 702 radio, where he was asked a question. I think he was asked by the audience or by the listeners to whether does he regret meeting the Guptas? Does he regret that he actually met these guys of the Guptas? And his answer, well, you can take a listen, and then after that, I'm gonna come and tell you what I think. Okay.
And made sure that people got to experience them.
All right. And then the question about the reputational damage and regrets.
Look, you when you meet someone, I know Clement today. I don't know what Clement will be like in 10 years' time. It's difficult for me to say that I only regret having met you after I have experienced something wrong you did, not before I do. And I think this is a very important thing for all of us because President Mandela met them. They came during his presidency. They were part of the international advisory councils on ICT and investments. And so there are many other people who met them even prior to me. I met them while I was in the ANC Youth League before I became a member of government. And how they then got to stick only with me still puzzles me to this day, because besides all the allegations which have been made, one thing has stood out. One, I never did business with them, that I only knew them just like anybody knew them. And, you know, and so I don't understand why they got to stick with me and not with anybody else who came before me. And one of the allegations that was made was that I am the one who naturalized them, when in actual fact they were naturalized before I became minister, long before I even became a member of cabinet.
That you went consistently to their homes and somehow they gave you money.
Which is also not true, because nobody has said, here at this stage, I saw you taking the money from them. I actually never took money from them. That's why the people who made these allegations, when they were cross-examined, they admitted at the Zondo Commission that they actually never saw me receiving money or taking it.
Knowing what you know about them now, do you regret?
Knowing what I know now, I regret having met them. Just as I think all of us would, once you know that someone you met and did not think they were what you've been told, that they have been what you've learned that they are. You know, so once you know now that these people were like this, then sure, you would regret.
Malusi Gigaba?
Whether you agree, whether you don't agree, whether you like him, whether you don't like him, whether you whatever, okay? At the end of the day, he is speaking facts. When it comes to meeting somebody, and then you are thinking, hey, these guys are good people, blah, blah, blah. And then later you realize that, these guys, they are bad, okay? Now, I know that there is something there, which I think you can also argue and say, hey, Mr. Gigaba, man, when this thing was happening, okay, you remember that Mr. Gigaba then became the Minister of Home Affairs, okay? Then obviously, as a minister, and you are hearing rumors about the guys, you are hearing rumors, and you are like, hey, let me maybe check these guys, because it seems like there is some things that are happening with them. Let me just check, okay? I don't think he did that, okay? But, okay, let me not say I don't think he did that, okay? Maybe he did, maybe, I don't know. But again, I want to say, guys, that he also says that he doesn't understand why actually these Gupta people, they actually stick with him. That means after meeting him, they stick with him. It's a very simple answer from where I am sitting. The answer is very simple. It is because you became the Minister of Home Affairs, my guy. That is why they stick with you, because they knew that maybe in the background, they knew that they were doing some things that are not good, especially when it comes to the naturalization of their citizen, whatever. I don't know what it's called, but it's naturalizing. Okay? You remember, guys, that Mr. Gigaba, when he became the Minister of Home Affairs, these guys or the Guptas were already naturalized and all of that. So I guess that it didn't have a hand for them to be naturalized. No wonder then the Guptas guys, they stick with Mr. Gigaba so that maybe they can make him to maybe not pay attention to their naturalization, which was questionable and all of that. As we all know that in the state capture, it was there. He spoke about it in Parliament. I think also he spoke about it or anything like that. So I believe that sometimes when things happen, they happen quick, 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 and then when they happen quick, and then there are these allegations, and then there are these, and he actually disagrees or he denies the fact that they gave him money and all of that. Okay, I'm not going to dispute that because that is his story. He knows the relationship with them. The only thing we can take is from what he says. He's out of government now. He's in parliament, of course, and he's doing the committee work and stuff like that and all of that. So that's how politics happens, guys. When you've got some allegations on you, you are taken out from being a minister or from being whatever, and then after that you go out, you do your own thing out there, and then you come back. That's politics. Okay, now I don't know, guys, what do you think about that? Okay, now, so one thing that I usually do, guys, for me is this. Every time there is a story that is trending, people are talking about it, insulting each other, yeah, this, and people are fuming. Okay, I keep quiet. I don't say anything until I'm a Papua Bantu until people they come down, and then I can say something. Okay, because that is very important, because you don't want to speak while people are shouting, because there's a problem there. You are not going to hear each other. Now, listening to Mr. Gigaba, I can tell you, even you yourself, while you were listening to that video, well, if you watched it before you watched this one, okay, I am sure that you were like, well, yeah, hey, Mr. Gigaba, it was one of those things, my guy. But you can even say, it's not personal, it's business. Now, Mr. Kikama, again, guys, what you need to notice is that he actually is a doctor now, not a medical doctor, but he's got a doctorate, whatever. I don't know, is it medical? Nah, it's a doctorate. These things of people being called doctors because of a qualification and everything like that. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what do you think about that story, not story, but that talk with Mr. Kikaba. Do you I think there is no need for me to ask you if you believe him, because I think it's none of our business, in fact. And if he says whatever he says, we just have to take his word for it. Because in the state capture, we all know there was nothing that came out. There was going to be nothing even to come out of that thing, as we know now. Okay? And so some people, they argue when it comes to the state capture. They say, yeah, but you know what? There are things that happen there, the outcome of people bringing back the money and everything like that. There were some finances or money that came back and is still happening and everything like that. We all know, guys, that when such things are happening, people expect people to go to jail. That's what people expect. And unfortunately, in politics, it's not rare. That is why sometimes you don't find politicians go to jail. You find people that are in the background, your managers, your DGs, not your DGs. I think the DGs also they get off. Those guys that are in the background, those are the ones that sometimes they are found actually guilty in terms of these things. They end up going to jail. Politicians, it's not that it's rare. It's rare to find it happening. Okay, because of course they are protected, especially also in their parties. They get protected because they don't want to find themselves in that thing. You can imagine all the guys that went to state capture. People of the like Malusi Gigaba and the other guy who was talking there, and the lady who went there, and then Mr. Zondo there was like, who is that lady? I forgot her name. Who was speaking things there? She was. They are out. They are having their lives out there. Okay, but unfortunately, guys, this inquiry things, that's the problem with them. Okay, they don't give you tangible things, sort of like people getting arrested. And even if you can cry and complain, there's nothing you can do. Okay, that's how it is. I have accepted it, guys. Whether a person goes to jail or not after things have been find out, I accepted long time ago that these things normally they don't happen. Normally, people don't get arrested. Okay? And that's how it is. And whether you like it or not, that's how it is. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Please like the video. Have a fantastic day.